In a world riddled by literally millions of games and ever-rising game prices, quality gaming on a budget can seem almost impossible. Welcome to the Nexus Roundtable, where we show that not only can you game on a budget, but you can also enjoy quality gaming. Stay tuned as we analyze today's game based on these 5 criteria: arts and graphics, game controls, gameplay, ingenuity, and overall rating. When we're done, we'll let you know whether we consider it a stud or a dud. But before we get to the review, we will do some introductions, talk about the streaming updates, and let you know what's what in the world of gaming news.
I am Karsa, KKWX. My name is Karsa. KKWX is my empire. I am the Empress from Alpha Centauri who wants your cookies. Since my universal translator is busted, I thought your currency was the cookies, so not coin, and I still like the taste of cookies. Anyway, in reality, I am a variety streamer who plays Minecraft, sci-fi, survival, and budget games for NRT. On Sunday, Monday, and Fridays at 10 a.m. and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. you can see me on Twitch. And that is for me. Bales, how about you?
Well, I haven't changed much. I'm still me. Why do you ask? On a more serious note, my name is Bales. I stream a variety of games, mostly farming. If it has farming, I want to play it, especially if it has RPG elements. I don't have a set schedule right now. I'm working on changing things around to fit the summer, because summer tends to be a little warmer and I want to stream when it's cooler. That said, I think the only announcement I have about my stream is that I think we're going to start playing a little League of Legends on stream, which is something I thought I'd never do. So yeah, we have that looking forward to it. Bullhead, what do you have going on?
Not much. I'm also a variety streamer. I recently am making a slow switch to YouTube, where I'm going to be doing more streams and long play videos of probably the games we do on podcast here and there. I did one for oh my god, what's the next game? Well, we'll talk about that later. I did one for that, and I'll be doing more content geared towards the podcast and everything like that, and then hopefully streaming more here and there. For now, I don't have a schedule, but hopefully as things pick up, that'll get set in stone as well. What about Nav?
Well, first off, your video game was Turnip Boy. But yes, I'm Navarone, you with the accent, that Scottish guy. I'm also a variety streamer, like most. I do tend to lean into games like Elden Ring, V-Rising, a couple other ones. Not really that much into the shooters these days. Used to be, but not anymore. These days I do most of my streams actually tend to be multi-streams with usually Karsa, but then also Karsa and Bailey when we do the community Minecraft stuff, which does have some news. I'm going to bring that up. But yeah, my schedule is based roughly on Karsa's, with the 10 a.m. Central start, but for me, that's 4 p.m. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My schedule's still a little bit work in progress for the times outside the multi-streams.
Navarone, you are the one doing the gaming news.
Yeah, and funnily enough, I basically state that I don't really play that many shooters, and the first thing I have for gaming news is there's a rumor. I'm not sure if it's actually been confirmed yet, but there is a rumor that Gears of War, which currently is the entire series, is available on Game Pass. You do need cloud if you want the second and third games for the Xbox. But the series is rumored to have a Master Chief Collection style big box release coming up at some point. It's apparently leaked through the GeForce Now database hack a few months back, which also hinted at a Gears 6 being worked on, apparently. What else we got? Our new release in a couple of months, which I'm hoping will also be a Game Pass release, is a couple of years ago we got Destroy All Humans was remastered, or well, remade entirely, and it's awesome and everyone should play it. The sequel, Reprobed, is going to be released on the 22nd of August for PC, Xbox, and PS5. And hopefully it's going to be a day one Game Pass. Nothing's been said about that yet, so that's my own conjecture, but I really hope so. And it's one of those remasters along the lines of things like what Bluepoint and Toys for Bob did. Bluepoint being the ones who remade virtually everything that was remastered for the PS4 and 5. And also Toys for Bob being the company that made the amazing Spyro Reignited trilogy, which is hands down amazing. What else we got? Oh yeah, sometime this summer we're getting a Dead by Daylight dating sim. If you've ever heard of that weird dating sim about KFC man, same company, and Square Enix still haven't gotten the message that NFTs are not great for us game players. So, for some reason they're still wanting to go the NFT route, even though no one else seems to like it. And the old FIFA series has a new title now that FIFA pulled out of the deal with Electronic Arts. It's now going to be called EA Sports FC. FC standing for Football Club, for those that don't know. So it just makes it even more generic sounding now. Yeah. And that's basically all I have. Oh, wait, one last thing. There was a rumor a few years back with the PS4 that you'd be able to play digital versions of games if you had the physical copy. Microsoft recently patented a system that seems to be exactly for that. So if you have your old, copy of the original Destroy All Humans, for instance, for the Xbox, you may one day be able to put that into a Series X and play the digital version that's on the marketplace. Possibly even the remaster, which would be pretty sick.
Alright, that's pretty cool. Anybody else have any gaming news?
Well, we briefly discussed the new Diablo game that came out on phones, but it turned out to be a giant cash grab, which I think we were all kind of expecting in one way or another. So I would not say there's disappointment there, because disappointment would mean I had better hopes.
Right.
It's okay. Casually, I could see it being fine, but I think like a lot of people who play those types of games also really get into it like competitively for like the best gear and things like that. That's what it's gonna really be cash grabby.
What I can't wait for is when they start running seasons and people are like, great, I spent $3,000 getting all the gear for last season and now it's all gone. Fantastic.
And that's why I will probably never play it.
No, never. Because, well, as you know, this is gaming on a budget. Well, that would definitely cut into the budget. Anyway, all right. So I have some news for NRT. Because of NRT, we've been like way behind on getting our schedule back to order. We are now going to do our actual meeting on Thursdays, which means should be out probably Friday or Saturday for everybody to see. So that is one thing that you need to know. And probably in the near future, I'm going to start going to YouTube and we'll probably play some of the NRT games there as well. There was another game that was coming out as well. There's always an update for Icarus, I swear. But there's been some games that have been coming out recently. We will talk about them next time when I am dealing with it. Anyway, today we are doing Astroneer. So, in response to that, Navarone, thank you for being here. I know that you did not have to actually review for the game, but do you have any opinion on it before we get into that? Is there anything you would like to add to before we get into Astroneer?
My IGN approved review is 8 out of 10. It's a damn good game.
8 out of 10. All
Sounds
right. All right.
Well, no. I would actually say like 1 out of 10 is I installed it and it didn't burn my computer down, but everything's bad. 10 out of 10 would be it's an absolutely perfect game that printed money. So an 8 out of 10 is pretty damn good.
Okay.
You know, it's fun, it's functional, nothing broke,
Gotcha.
and I enjoyed my time with it.
All right.
That's good.
Then, now that we have gone through that, let's get in to gaming review. Go. Alright, now we are dealing with the game review of Astroneer. At Astroneer, we have several different things that we do review. That is display, which is basically overall graphics and arts, controls, gameplay, ingenuity, and overall viewpoint of the game. Now we're going to start with Bullhead because this is his playthrough. How did you feel about the graphics and arts?
Oh, that's the one thing that I enjoyed. I thought, well, I had trouble streaming it. Not streaming it, but I had trouble like recording like the high settings for the video. But when I was playing it without that and I turned all the settings up, I enjoyed it. I liked the way the game looked. I like how it. Like, I liked how you went onto the island and you started the game, or the world, and then the way they designed like all the plants and like the stuff on the ground. I thought, it was actually pretty good. So I enjoyed that aspect of the game.
Okay. And how about you, Bales? What did you think of the graphics and art?
So arts and graphics, very cute game. I like a lot of these sort of survival and sort of sim style games tend to have really cute graphics. I like how the world had this not blocky texture to it. Like everything was definitely sharp, like in terms of like a block has sharp edges, but they weren't blocks, they were abstract. Not like real life, but its own art style. So I thought it was very cute. As far as the star goes, I definitely give it the star in this category.
Okay. For me, I will actually give it a star, and I do have to add the stars for all three of us. Because when I went on to other planets, it actually showed better, showed some different types of graphics. It wasn't just what you see here. This is this planet. The other planets were different. And they even had different plants, they had different creatures. It was just different altogether. So, that was Astroneer's graphics and display, basically. So far, we are at 3.
I like how a lot of these survival games have like their own like little differences in like graphics. Like they all put their own little like touch to it.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes it enjoyable. I was trying to think back of all the other things we played, like I guess survival wise, and it's just like they had like the same type of gameplay, but like they all have like their little different touches, and I like that.
That is definitely, yeah. So I chose this one as well. So one thing I did not have a good time with, and that was controls. Now I tried it for the first time because I'm getting used to using a Xbox game controller. I tried it for a short time and it was impossible. I tried it with the keyboard, and I kept, I'm about to show you, I kept turning around like he just did, where he kept going in there and coming out, and you just felt like you couldn't always keep an eye on the camera. So I found it better when I was controlling a tractor than when I was actually just playing with the tether. Oh, cool. You got something there. Or you should have got something there. The wind turbine is awesome. Both of those are good finds.
I didn't know what to do with them, but I picked them up because they let you. So I took it and it just sat at my base.
You put it, you attach it to your base.
Yeah, I attached one to my base. I think you could attach it to your backpack.
Yeah,
but like
they give you power.
Yeah, and I was just running around connected, and then I think eventually I died because I ran out of oxygen. But
yeah. Okay.
Nav, controls for you?
Controls for me?
Yeah. Your opinion on the controls?
Well, I mean, I didn't really know what to do. I don't know. I didn't have a tutorial, so I would. My go-to as a long-time gamer is if you don't know what the controls are, and you're playing a mouse and keyboard, and you start at one side of the keyboard, and you just start pressing keys. And that's what I did to figure things out. But when I figured things out, I didn't have really any problems with the controls.
Mm-hmm.
Like they worked and were pretty simple, but like figuring out what everything did was kind of a pain in the butt. But I'd still give it my star for controls.
Alright, I'll give you put the star on.
Did you give it a star, Carsa?
No.
Okay. As the resident controller user of our group, I think I would rather surround myself by 50 kids in a museum asking about every single item in the museum than ever play this game with a controller again. It was such a miserable experience.
I would totally agree.
It was awful. So, no.
No.
If you're going to play this game, do not do it with a gamepad. It is not optimized at all.
No. So, yeah. If you're playing it with a keyboard, it's better. It is better. Alright, we are moving on to gameplay, and I'm going to switch out the picture that we see. So, 1 second. And Bale's picture is gotta be.
But we will need some F's in chat because my longtime Xbox controller did finally die.
Oh no.
Oh no. No. And you two are our resident game controllers.
Well, I'm trying to convert you, Cartha.
You're slowly getting there.
I've always used both, but yeah, it's kind of crappy that it finally died on me.
Okay, far as gameplay, it is now your turn, Bales, to talk about it.
Right. The premise of the game is simple enough. But it was lacking something major for gameplay that I really wished it had, which is, I don't know, a tutorial? I was so damn lost. I didn't know, what to go for. They tried to do this sort of here, do these quests to get these items, and then they give you the items and not tell you what they do or why you needed power or what you were going to do with the power when you had it. It just, the lack of a tutorial that should have been built into the game. It's just lazy from the developer side. So, no. Definitely not getting a star from me on gameplay.
Okay. Bullhead.
No. I fought with this game. If this game was about suffocating and digging holes, 10 out of 10.
Oh,
10 out of 10 would be easy. I could suffocate. I'd do that well. I could dig holes. They give you a tool for that, and I just went down straight. But determining what they tell you, oh, you gotta build this thing, and I'd go to the, I don't know what the hell it was called, but I'd see it, and it would require something to make, but I didn't know where to get that stuff, or what to do with anything. I figured out eventually with the turbine that we saw, to put it on the ship or me, or I found out how to make stuff to extend my oxygen so I didn't suffocate as quickly. But other than that, the game didn't really teach me nothing, and I got lost. I didn't really progress with anything, and I just felt happy suffocating and digging holes. So it wouldn't get a star from me.
Okay, all right. Well, on my end, I was lucky, very lucky, because I had Navarone with me, and we played together. And I'm gonna show you my media, I think. Yeah, you can see Navarone and myself. We got pretty far into the game. We even got to another planet, and I was thankful for that. However, the luck I had was that he knew what he was doing. If I would not have had him there, I think I would have gone absolutely batshit crazy. Because of the fact that I would not have understood what I was supposed to do. But with him, it made it easier for me to understand. And so once I understood, then the gameplay got to be fun. What I didn't like about it was having to tether everywhere. And that just kind of warped my ability to explore until I got the tractor. Once I got the tractor, it was so much easier to explore. So I am going to give it a star because I still liked the gameplay, but I would say that you were correct on the tutorial needed to be there, and it really needed to be there. So, thanks to Navarone, I had a better chance with it than you did.
You got the tethering, so clap for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I figured out the tetherings.
I was able to make the things to tether, and then I couldn't do nothing, so...
yeah. But I got pretty far into the game. I got to 2 other planets. Anyway, moving on to Ingenuity. Ingenuity, using my setup here, it is very ingenious. I think it's kind of cute in its response, and it gives you a feel for being out in space. Being that said, it still was very annoying. at times. What I'm doing right there that you see me going to do, that is a pod that you have to use to take samples to figure out these snails, and it would help you understand the different snails that are on the different planets, and then they would be able to be used for other things as well. So that's that. So so you two say on Ingenuity, I would still give it a star. Bullhead.
I don't know what much is like. I feel like I get what you mean when you talk about like you experience space and how it would be. So I give a point there. But like then after that, I wouldn't. Like I said, I struggled really hard trying to get further into this game. So like my opinion kind of stops there about how it would be. So I wouldn't give it a star for that. But like I totally get the whole space thing. Like that was actually pretty cool, and I like that.
So Ingenuity wise, would you give it a star, yes or no?
No, just because I didn't get.
You didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't struggle with many games, and this was one of them where I was struggling a bit.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Struggling. I struggled with the tether. I struggled a lot with the tether. Bales, Ingenuity.
I think the most ingenious thing about this game is that they've... Sorry, you flipped over your tractor. Anyway, they very much took into account the fact that in outer space no one can hear you scream, which is why nobody could hear me screaming at this game constantly. That said, I don't know enough about this game to give it a star, but I also don't want to take that star away. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to add a half a star, and that star rounds down. And if at some point in time this game gets another half a star from one of us, it can have a full star.
Okay. I'll give you that. Right. Now, here we go with the overall. Right on. Overall score, would you play this again, starting with Bales?
I'm trying to think of all the things I wouldn't rather do than play this.
Okay. That answers that question. So no star. All right. And you did figure out the tethers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did a lot of tethering. There was actually something I found interesting that I would like to have shared, but a viewer ruined that experience for me, so that happens from time to time.
Aw. I hope it wasn't me.
Yep. No, you're a moderator, not a viewer.
Right, okay.
And unlike you, I don't pretend to pay my moderators.
Jeez. I pay you with cookies.
You pay us with pictures of cookies. I paid my moderator with a controller.
Okay. You got me there. Alright, let's moving on to Bullhead's your overall. This is with you leaving the station and heading to that planet.
It was just, yeah. I mean, no. I wouldn't play it again.
Nope.
Maybe, okay, maybe if they're like, oh, create a new update, we have like a tutorial and you won't suffocate and die, and you can do more than dig holes, like then, like, sure. But like if they don't like put stuff in here to like teach you how to play like at a basic level, like I'm not going back to it, no matter what.
Okay, no star for that. I'm gonna give that half star. That half star. Will I play it again? Yeah, I'll play it again. But they gotta fix the tethering. They gotta fix the tutorial. They really gotta fix that. So I'm gonna give it a star because you had a half star, I have a half star. And that's the overall score. The overall score is 7 out of 15.
Do we remember how the score went of that game that we just don't mention? You know, the...
might be around the same.
It was
we
a
give it-
5.
It was a 5. So you're moving up in the world, Carson.
I try.
We'll get it next time, Carson. We'll get it next time.
There's like a zillion games out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Although we are quickly running through the games that I would pick in Game Pass.
Well, we can always go to Steam or into Epic Games as well. They're open as well.
Sure.
Or
Well, let's
any
not
free
have our
game.
viewers
As well.
listening to all this rambling. They've got better things to do.
Yeah.
So what's our next game?
Alright, so the next game, I believe we are doing Turnip Boy. Is it Turnip Boy? Commits tax evasion.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So,
Bullhead's choice.
yes, that was Bullhead's choice. And
Rest in peace, Bullhead.
I will say for that one, that will be next week. We will be talking about it next week because it was such a small game
Yes.
that we can just bring it up next week. And since we are behind anyway, we will be back on schedule if we do it next week. So,
Yep.
That is for that. Anything else that you guys would like to bring up?
Yes. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Happy Pride Month! Yay!
Be looking forward to the emotes I'll be releasing in the next day or two on my stream for Pride Month.
Excellent. What about you, Bullhead? Do you have anything fun or exciting to talk about?
No, besides Happy Pride Month, everybody. Thinking. I guess it's technically my birthday month.
Oh, well, happy birthday month.
And then I don't know what else to expect. Like I'm trying to think. Kind of excited for State of Play in about another 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
All right.
Not much to say. It's today at 6.
Okay.
It's 6 Central Time.
Well,
It should be 7 p.m. Eastern.
I thought it was 3.
Let me check. It's 11 p.m. GMT, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, it's 7.
For which one?
The State of Play.
State of Play. All right. So, guys, that is what we've come up with. We have 7 out of 15 stars. A couple of us liked it. A couple of us did not. And a couple of us were and one of us, myself, was kind of in between. So, with that in mind, guys, we are done with this review. Thank you all for being here. My name is Karsa, KKWX, with Bales115 and its Bullhead, and Navarone. We cannot forget Navarone, who was doing the gaming news. Until next time, goodbye!
Bye-bye!